Hello there, it's just me, Mr. Wee. I'm going to help you with some of the problems, just to kind of get you started with how to do some of these first problems in part one for the dimensional analysis. So convert 120 ounces to pounds. Let's start with what you have. We only know that there's 120 ounces, and what it's asking for is to convert it to pounds. So let's go ahead and convert. That's the abbreviation for pounds. Not sure why it is that way, but anyways, 120 ounces to pounds. We need to multiply this to some kind of conversion factor that goes from ounces to pounds. So if we look back at the back of your packet here, I found out in, let's see, let's take a look. We're not looking at a distance. So let's see, we're not looking at distance. We're not looking at area. We're not looking at volume, and we are looking at mass. So it's got to be somewhere here. I'm looking at ounces, and pounds, 16 ounces. So for every 1 pound, there's 16 ounces. So here, I'm going to put that for every 1 pound, there's 16 ounces, but I just don't know which order. So it could be like which order I'm going to put it in. It could be 1 pound per 16 ounces, or it could be 16 ounces over 1 pound. The thing is, you want to put it in the order where the ounces will cancel out. So we're going to put, so I think we should put it this form, because it's going to be 1 pound per 16 ounces. OZ is an abbreviation of ounces. What's going to happen is when you multiply a number to a fraction where the unit is going to be on the top and the bottom, the units will cancel out. So you're going to have 120 times 1 divided by 16. Okay, so let's see. I don't quite have that, so let me get a calculator really quick. Sorry about this, guys. I wasn't quite prepared for this. Hey. Okay, let's take a look here. So let's see. Let's turn this on. Nope. No battery, so give me 1 sec. Okay, so I'm going to say that it's 120 divided by 16. You should get 7.5 pounds. So that's the answer for number 1. Okay. Let's go over to number 2. So we're asking for how many liters are going to be in 42,780 milliliters. So we have 42,780 milliliters, so that's what we're going to start with. 42,780 milliliters. And then we need to convert that to just liters. So let's look at the back of our liters are a volume. Okay, that's a volume, a unit. So we're going to look for volume. So it won't be distance. It won't be these guys. That's distance. It won't be here. That's area. Volume. So let's look at liters. Oh, I got it. For every 1 liter, there's 1,000 milliliters. Okay, so we got to figure out what the order is here. It's either going to be 1 liter over 1,000 milliliters, or you don't have to write this part down if you don't want, but it just helps. So, 1,000 milliliters over a liter. Okay, so I'm going to choose to where this number is a numerator number. Okay, we want one of these fractions to have the milliliters on the bottom, so that way when you have a number, the value on the top and the bottom, they'll cancel out. Okay, so I'm going to choose this one right here. 1 liter over 1,000 milliliters. 1 liter over 1,000 milliliters. If I have that, okay, the milliliters will cancel out and you're only left with liters. That's good. You multiply every number that's on the top and you divide it by every number that's on the bottom. 42,780 times 1 divided by 1,000. You can do that all in one command in your calculator. 42,780. We're going to multiply that to 1. And you can actually go on the next line, divide it by, 1,000? Your calculator will understand the order of operations correctly, so don't worry. You don't have to do it more than once. And that's the correct answer. It should be 42.78 liters. Okay, very good. Let's go to number 3. Okay. How many grams are in 90 kilograms? So we have 90 kilograms. That's the only number that we do know. We don't have grams, so let's figure out what conversion unit that we're going to use. So let's go back here. That's a mass, so probably not length, not area. These are area. These are volume. Okay, so that's not it. It's going to be mass. So let's look at grams and kilograms. Oh, there it is. I see kg and g right here. Right here. So it's going to be 1 kilogram for every 1,000 grams. So how are we going to write that? We have a choice: 1 kilogram over 1,000 grams, or 1,000 grams over a kilogram. Okay. So this probably isn't going to work because there's kilograms on the top here times this. This has grams on the bottom. That means the kilograms won't cancel out. This will work, however. So this conversion factor will work if we multiply it by this, because if I multiply it, the kg on the top here is a numerator and the kg on the bottom is a denominator, they will cancel out. Times 1,000 grams over 1 kilogram. That's 90 times 1,000 divided by 1. That's going to be, let's double check if you're not sure. 90 times 1,000 times 1, or divided by 1, I'm sorry. Technically, it's divided by 1 on the bottom. That's 90,000. It's 90,000 grams. I'm going to do one more, and then you got to do the last two by yourselves, okay? Okay, so the next one is how many cubic yards to cubic meters? What's that actually going to look like? So I have 5 cubic, so what's going to look like is yards, like YD, with a cube at the top. Get it? Cubic yards. Kind of like square units or liter, or what is it, meters squared or something when you take area. This is going to be yards cubed. We need to multiply this to something that will give me cubic meters. Okay? So let's take a look at our back. So if I see anything cubic like that, that's also an indication that's a volume. Okay? So if you see that, it's not going to be here. This is a length and distance. It won't be here, the area. It'll be somewhere in here. So let's see. Oh, here we are. For every 1 cubic yard, we have 0.765 cubic meters. So it just doesn't say YD cubed, but it says cubic yard, cubic meters. So are we going to do 1 cubic yard per, what is it? 0. What is it? 0. Where are we right now? 0.78 or 765 meters cubed, or are we going to do 0.765 cubic meters per cubic yard? So I want to pick the one where it's going to cancel out the cubic yard. So it won't be this one because the cubic yard needs to be on the bottom. So we're going to choose this. 0.76 cubic meters over 1 cubic yard. Okay. These units will cancel out. So we're going to multiply 5 times 0.76 divided by 1. So it's going to be 5 times 0.765 divided by 1. Your final answer should be 3.825 cubic meters. All right, guys, I'm going to stop right there, and then you guys are going to figure out the next two for part 1 on your own. Okay, good luck. Bye.